Hey, it's Corey.
And I'm Tim from Wisco MTB.
We're here at Fitchburg Cycles in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. We're going to go over some products that your loved one, who the cyclist is, and your family would absolutely love for Christmas this year.
Here in Wisconsin, the weather has already turned and the snow is on the ground. Many of you have turned your thoughts towards basic maintenance. We have riding gear, we have equipment, we have a number of different products to take a look at to get you going for the winter.
In the winter in Wisconsin, you're riding through salt and sand nonstop. So if you don't keep your chain clean, you're not going to be going riding. I use the Park Tools CM 5.3 and they're cleaner than the CB4. It works great. You want to use it in the winter about every 3 or 4 weeks, if not more if you're riding more. You can't go wrong with this stuff. It'll keep you on the road, it'll keep you moving, and you'll be happy.
So it's winter, and that means it's Christmas, and we're looking for stocking stuffers for anybody that's riding tubeless. And the first thing that we've got here is your tubeless tackle kit by Innovations. And here you've got everything that you need to maintain your tubeless tires for any punctures that you might end up with. If you really are in an area where you're going to end up with lots of punctures, you can get a side of bacon as well. These are already included with the Innovations kit, and despite having all of these things in it, it's actually really lightweight. It's easy to fit into your pack, very small, easy, a necessity for anybody. Okay, here we've got the stands kit, the Dart, and the Dart has got all of the same things in it. It's got your little bacon strips that are in there as well. It's got the application tool, everything that you need to kind of fix punctures on your tubeless along the way. Again, great stocking stuffers for anybody that's riding tubeless.
If you're going to be out riding in the slush and muck in Wisconsin in the winter, you want to have tubeless tire sealant in the tires. In order to put that in the tires, you have to have tools to get the valve cores out. Park Tools has the VC1 core remover tool, and also going back to that tubeless tackle kit, on the very bottom, there's a little spot where you can get the valve core out by turning the whole tackle kit on the valve core. Moving on to sealant. Here, Fitchburg Cycles sells Stan's tubeless tire sealant and Orange Seal. Both are very good products. The Stan stuff comes in a couple different varieties of amounts. You get a lifetime supply or close to it, or you can buy the single bottles. The single bottles, you're going to want about 2 or 3 of these in per tire. And then Stan's also has the injector kit, which the orange does come with a little tube that you can put on top of the bottle to get it into the tire.
So Corey was talking about a number of different stocking stuffers and items that you might get to maintain your tubeless tires, but let's not forget that not everybody's riding tubeless tire, and yet you need to ride in the winter. So for your daily commuter, no studs. You've got a Continental here that has your basic winter traction, perfect for your daily commuter. It's just a good all-round winter tire. Up next, we're taking a look at studs. And studded tires, of course, can range from like 60 studs to almost 300 studs. And depending on what kind of riding you're doing, if you're commuting and you're seeing occasional snow, you might want to think about a studded tread that doesn't have the studs down the middle of the tread. That's more to the outside, so when you need the grip, you've got it. If you're more of an aggressive rider, so we've got our mountain bike tread, you can see that the stud count is definitely up on these. And there are studs not only on the outsides of the tread, but there are studs through the middle part of the tread as well. So you're getting the ultimate grip with these. And these studs in particular are actually made out of carbide. So these do not wear down nearly as fast. So you've got all these different options for your winter tires here if you're not riding tubeless. Lots of things here to check out to get ready for your winter riding at Fitchburg Cycles.
You're out riding your bike, whether you're on the streets or out on the trail, you want to see where you're going and you want people to see you. Fitchburg Cycles offers a really good array of different lights and tail light setups to keep you safe at night and keep you on the trail heading the right direction.
Initially, your transition into winter riding is difficult because you don't have a lot of the accessories that you need to stay warm. So we're going to start off with some of those basic accessories. And of course, everything that we're talking about here today will be linked in the description below so you can see the exact product names. The first accessory I'd like to show you is actually this beanie from Pearl Izumi. One of the problems that we have with our helmets is that they are designed for ventilation, and that lets in all of that cold air. So instead of making that transition into a cold weather riding helmet, you can purchase this. From there, we've got actually the balaclava. And the balaclava is a little bit more robust. I mean, we've got a full-on brim here, and you can see that the facial opening is designed to go on your chin, over your mouth, or over your nose. So you can cover up as much or as little as you like. The hardest thing to actually keep warm is your hands a lot of times. And the first step would be to actually get some riding gloves. Now these are riding mittens and glove combination here, made by Pearl Izumi. Nice part about these is they are actually designed for a rider. So you got 2 fingers and 2 fingers split off, so you can actually operate your brakes, keep your hand on your handlebars, and operate everything the way that it was intended to be. So if wearing bulky gloves is not exactly your thing, one of the other options is these bar mitts. And the bar mitts are actually designed for flat bars or drop bars, so you can use them with your mountain bike or with your road bike or your gravel bike. And what they're going to do is create a wind barrier that's going to keep the wind from actually hitting your hands, thereby keeping them much warmer. And they're really easy to install, easy to add onto your bike. From there, we start ramping up into a little bit more expensive items. We've actually got some goggles. If you've ever ridden in cold weather, the first thing that happens is your eyes are watering all over the place. These are the Giros, and these are the Tempo MTBs, and they're a great starter model to begin with. The last is my favorite. The Giro Timberwolf is a pretty slick helmet because it's actually designed for cold weather riding. You've got the ear flaps on the side to block out any wind that might get in. You got a nice little tab that's on the back to hang your light on. And then on top of that, this is really slick, you've got the little sliding vents here. You can open up the ventilation to let in some of that cold air to kind of cool off, or you can completely seal it up so that you maintain all of your core temperature and don't lose it out the top.
Not only want to keep your head warm, but you want to keep your body warm. There's a nice Pearl Izumi outer shell windbreaker, high visible, keeps you seeing it later at night or during the day in cloudy situations. Very important if you're out on the roads. Next up is a Pearl Izumi zip-up jacket. This is wind resistant. It has nice vents in the armpit areas to keep air flowing through the jacket itself. It wicks moisture. It's zip up. As you can see, I have something similar onto it. I've worn this all year. When it gets cool out in the morning or later at night in the fall, it's just an extra nice layer to have on just to keep you a little bit warm. Pearl Izumi has many different options for riding pants, whether you want pants with padding or without padding. Without padding is nice if you want to use them for other things like walking, jogging, taking your dog for a walk.
So we have some additional stocking stuffers here at Fitchburg Cycles, starting off with some bottle holders. Check that out. Look at that. Very fun. Okay, moving up to bells. Okay. It's new bike day for somebody. All right, and then Corey's personal favorite, which you may have heard in the background on some of our videos. Okay, we've got a bottle from Fitchburg Cycles, custom made. And then if you've got a bigger stocking, we've got some Brooks saddles. And if you don't know about Brooks saddles, the ideal part about all these is you have 0 break-in time here. You have instant comfort on these, and they are of course lightweight as well. This particular model is rubber with carbon fiber rails here, and you can see the flex on these babies. They also have models that are made with cutouts as well. So if your stocking is a little bit bigger here, I would go for a Brooks saddle. As you know, we're excited to return to riding, and these products have us excited to continue our riding into the winter. And Edwin's going to sweeten the deal for you here at Fitchburg Cycles. If you mention that you saw this on Wisco MTB, Edwin will take an additional 15% off your purchase. Again, Wisco MTB, name drop, and you get 15% off at Fitchburg Cycles.
So it's Corey and Tim from Wisco MTB. It's exciting to be back in the mountain biking, and hopefully we're going to bring a few of you along for the ride. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
The most important thing you can do in the winter is keep that chain and your crank clean.
Keep your crank clean.
Right.
Temperature out the top of your head. God, that is terrible. Yeah, let all the hot air out of your noggin.
Oh, you want to wear tubeless tires to keep your.
You want to wear them? Just throw them over your shoulders.
I got one around my waist.
Hey, we got
All right.
my tubeless.
We're in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. I don't know what I'm going to say.
An angel got its wings.
All right.
Jeff, come on, high energy.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. It was not sponsored by any products at all.
Product placement? No. So if you've got any of those items on your Christmas wish list,
Take 43.
Take 43.